For the resub. Mhm. Is indeed break time. Haha. Ah. Today we have more light in the room because my mother is ironing behind me. So we're probably gonna hear some noise, but it should be fine. Yeah, it should be okay. Let me put back the music here because sometimes it just skips. It should be working now. Yes, it is. So we got a bit of a more light. the big light is on, which is never on otherwise in the living room. I got my mother bought a pineapple. I cut the pineapple, and I meant to show you that I like kept the juice and I filtered it with a little thing to avoid when I was cutting it. Basically, I just had like a bowl and then I passed it so it was clean. But I drank it before the break, so we don't have it anymore, but it was basically just the juice from the pineapple. I didn't even eat any of the actual slices that I cut. I only ate like the remaining rind, because we have one of those fishy things that cuts the pineapple. And then I got out the actual big knife, one of the big knives that we have that just cut very well. They're very sharp and it's pretty hefty knife. And I went to I cut the top off and it was super easy, but it was like, maybe it's just because it's very, it's like ripe, so it's fun. It cuts well. Then I was cutting the center of it to then just, open the shell of the pineapple. And it just cut it like butter. So it was like, it would have just been easier for me to actually cut it with the knife and then just take off the outside and the center, but it's fine. Now I know that if I have the big knife available, it's just better if I actually use that instead of using a smaller knife, but it's okay. It's so good. I love pineapple so much, you have no clue. It just brings me so much joy. Love it so much. So, even though I didn't actually eat any of the pulp of the pineapple, I just like any of the actual, round pieces of the pineapple, because if you buy them, if you buy like canned pineapples, they're always like the little circles. I ate only the outside remaining part of pulp. I am still I just ate too much pineapple. My stomach was like, nope. Now you got acid reflux, because that's very it's very acid intensive, I feel like. So it's like, oh no. Also, I need to open my what is it? Yeah, my PC monitoring, because I want to see how much load I have on my GPU and CPU. So I can keep it on track. I just want to keep it more on track because I never look at this stuff. But my CPU is at the task manager tells me that my CPU is at 36% capacity. Meanwhile, my actual the NZXT software, so the software that is the same one as my motherboard, says it's at 4 to 7%. Now it's skipped to 10. It just jumps back and forth. My GPU is at 22. I don't know which one I should trust. If any of you have any knowledge in this, because I never know what I should trust. Because my GPU, both in my task manager and the software, I can actually show you. Give me a sec here. I can show it to you. So I don't want to cover my actual yep, this, and I think I can't really close this down, so this is gonna be like this. Not great, but I can at least show you. You can at least see. You can see the mess that I have here currently. Sorry, I need this so I can see the chat underneath, but I'm gonna cover my face here. So I have my GPU at 18%. Here it's 22 to 23, which goes to 20, so it's a little bit, not a lot of difference. But my GPU here is at 40%, and here it's at 3 or 4. What? What? It's actually a really high temperature. It never gets to 50. That's very, very weird. Probably gonna need to tune the fans, maybe. Clock speed, it's fine. That's a normal. I am confused. My Wi-Fi is shit, but that's just the way it is. My SD, I barely use it. It's fine. It's pretty stable. I just have some peaks in my GPU, but I think it's fine. But okay, I was just curious, honestly. I was just curious to see the difference, because I never monitor my PC when I'm streaming, which is very bad because I should be monitoring this stuff when I'm streaming, not when I'm only playing a game when I'm by myself or stuff like that. Just so I know when I have like for specific games, if I stream specific games, then I want the game to also look good on stream. I should, for example, stream with my CPU, so have my core do the processing work, and then I have my game, like my GPU work, like use the power for the game itself. But I never think about that, and I should, because it's also good for the stream. But certain games I can look online. You can see if they are more GPU intensive or CPU intensive. A lot of the time, even on reviews of games, that it's like some data that you can find. But I don't know. It's not on all games. Like for example, I was having issues with like my webcam lagging while I was streaming It Takes Two, and it was because I was using Snapcam, which now I'm not using because it does lower the quality of my webcam, which I don't love. And also I noticed that it does make it's just weird because it puts a weird amount of pressure on my CPU in this case, because in that case, even though that game, like It Takes Two, is a little bit more CPU heavy, like it was pretty heavy on my CPU because I tested it afterwards. The last time that I played the game, I tested the pattern. I went back when I was playing it, and I was also streaming to look at the data, and it was pretty CPU intensive. And I found out that Snapcam is also CPU. It also like puts a weird weight on my CPU that my webcam doesn't do usually. So it was glitching the entire time, and it was like it was like, I was losing a lot of frames. Well, now it's not too bad. I do lose some frames. I still lose a pretty high percentage of frames, but that's just because of Wi-Fi issues. But for now, it's pretty good. Hope the stream, at least it's pretty stable. That's why I stream like at the lower quality, even though I could stream in 1080 HP. I stream in 720 because it's just better. I was always struggling with GPU because it doesn't have separate graphics card. Oh yeah, I feel you. My old laptop, I was lucky that I could stream on my old laptop before having an actual PC, because it had a separate GPU. I had had a separate GPU card, so it had Intel integrated graphics inside of the actual CPU. But I also had a mobile, so an MX 150, that was a separate GPU in the PC itself, because I had to get a PC with a separate GPU at the time when I bought it in 2018, because I needed it for Photoshop basically, and to make Photoshop work with like the 8th, I think we were at 8th gen Intel. It was pretty hard for the integrated graphics, and it would have a lot of rendering issues. I remember from the laptop in my high school at the time. So my laptop was much more powerful, so I would just disconnect from the Ethernet cable and then connect my PC with connect the Ethernet cable on my PC, which luckily my Asus PC, because it was like one of the first that started removing one of their first models to remove like all of the extra plugs. I only had one HDMI, two USBs, and aux port, and that's it in that PC. So they for free gave you like the Ethernet cable. When I have Teams and Discord, I'm always at 90% or more when the cam's on. Oh yeah, that is pretty bad. I need to be I needed to be careful about that too. Sometimes I noticed that if I had Discord on, I couldn't have my camera on Discord at all. Like when I was streaming, I couldn't keep my camera on, for example, on Discord. Which now I technically could do, but my camera only connects. Like if I have OBS open, I can't use the camera as a video source for anything else, which kind of sucks because I could have just have like the Discord like voice chat. I could be in voice chat here and just have my webcam as the camera there as well. But I would have to have a secondary webcam for that or connect to my phone or iPad on the voice chat. But that means that I couldn't hear the audio there, so it would be pretty weird. I would like though to do that maybe in the future. Especially because I want to upgrade this one so I can keep this one as a upgrade like my camera setup basically, and just keep this one as a secondary one because it is a wide angle. You can really see it's pretty wide angle, and this is also cropped, and it is pretty close. I can't touch it, but now I can. It's here. I'm not touching it properly, but like I can actually touch it. But you can see that I look pretty far away, and it takes basically, you can see basically the entire of the room if I angle it right. It's just that I keep it pretty tilted this way so you don't see this side of the room much. So I was like, if I angle it right and everything like that, I can use it as secondary camera. Also, if I'm like doing any more like building kind of thing, any more tech stuff, which maybe in the future I'm gonna do, because I also want to build my mom a like very super basic PC so she can work. Once I leave, she can keep the desk and she doesn't have to deal with her laptop, which is pretty trash, very trash. But like, I'm probably gonna keep some of their components just because I'm lazy. I'm gonna steal components from the laptop probably. But other than that, I think I don't know. I think it would be good. Hi, Niche. How are you doing? How's the new year going? It's going pretty well. I'm not sick anymore. As you can hear, I have a voice, and I'm not losing it every single day. So, because I've passed the past like 3 or 4 weeks, I was losing my voice at the end of every stream, or like by 7 p.m. I was like voiceless and everything hurt. But now it's doing pretty well. 100% healthy, let's go. Kinda. Still have a bit of a cough, but that's only because I'm dehydrated. I need to drink more water. Also, yesterday was Shiro's birthday. We couldn't take him to like we usually like take him to a nearby city so we can like go on a walk, but, like in a different area. He usually really likes it. He has learned to like car rides, but he has to be standing up in the back seat. We had like one of those. I put a harness on him and I clip him to the car seat thing, to the seatbelt thing, so he's like protected. And we have one of those, it's like a dog cover for the back seats that also comes to the front seat, clips to basically the neck part of the front seat, so he can't walk down and stuff like that. He's protected from falling, and also keeps the car clean. That's smart. You don't have fur around the car afterwards, which is a plus. And he just likes to stand and look at the front. And because my mom drives, when she looks like to the side and stuff like that, he sees that she's looking and he looks too, which is adorable. It's so cute. And we went on a walk today in a near city, because they have like an old like fortress like building, and around it there's water, and then they have a path with like trees all around it, and then they have another like the water goes around it too. And there are a ton of ducks, and they're so cute. There are so many ducks. They were so cute. Some pigeons, which are also very cute, but a lot of ducks. I think I counted about 13 ducks in total. Both the white ones and the ones with like the brown ones, which are usually the female, and male ones, which have the green head and neck. They were adorable. They were so cute. He used to really love ducks. I may be able to find a video of Shiro looking at ducks that I could show you. It was the first year, after a year we had him, we brought him because we found out that he loved the sound of like birds chirping and like ducks, and he was so excited. This year he didn't really care because I think he's like getting older and he doesn't have that connection to like, he used to be in an area where he was abandoned in an area where there was a lot of water, boats and ducks and stuff like that. Now he's like more of a city dog, of a little town dog. But like, does he have any dog toys? Shiro does not have any toys. He does not like toys. That's why we can't gift him toys, because he doesn't really understand the concept of playing with a toy. The first year I was able to like teach him that, and then I think as he grew older, he's never cared about it. We'd rather play. When me and Shiro play, it doesn't happen often because he's usually pretty tired. Grown up, yeah, that's what happens when you adopt an older dog that has never been treated as an actual dog should. He doesn't really like biotics as a clinician. He was observing my mom switching gears today, and I was like, well, then he can just drive you. You can have Shiro drive you around afterwards, you know? He needs to learn. Let him learn. But yeah, he doesn't really care about... we also need to go back to focusing. I know that, but I got lost talking about Shiro. We all know I love this dog down here. He's sleeping and he's absolutely adorable. But yeah, he doesn't really understand toys. He really likes the sound of squeaky toys. He loves the sound of it. You know, he's always like, what? Where is it? I want to see it. What is it? Where is it? But also, if I make, sometimes I can make a squeaky, like I can make my voice sound like a squeaky toy, but not often, because I will lose my voice afterwards even if I'm healthy. So that is also a thing. And he's always very amused. Every time I can make like a weird noise, he's like extremely amused. But as I said, the only way to make Shiro like play is to basically just to play like a dog. Just like play fight with him slightly, using my hand, like grabbing him a little bit with my hand. He's very happy. And then when he's tired, he comes in just to get scratches. That's just the usual. He's not a toy. He doesn't really like toys, but for the rest, he still has fun. Okay, let's go back to working, and I will talk to you now in 45 minutes. Good luck, everyone. Hey you, it is break time. Again. Where are you? I lost stuff. 15 miles in an hour and 30. Ooh. That's bad. Ooh. Ah. It's time, go see. It's time for you to just take a nap. Just a nap. It's fine. That must have really, really sucked though. What did I do? Why is my webcam moved to the side and it's not centered anymore? What is going on? Why is it not centered? Oh no, my background is moved. What the fuck? How did it move? Why did it move? Oh, I hate it. Here. Can you get back to your actual place? Here. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I might have to. It's fine. I'm doing good. Doing good. Finally, I'm not like losing my voice or coughing like an insane person. I'm doing pretty fine. I need to be careful about my alarms because I forgot that I have the alarms that I have on my phone are connected to Spotify. So sometimes if I don't have a private session, which I started using only today because I didn't know it existed, it would switch out the song on my PC, so on stream, and I don't want to get copyright. Also, I put the top of the pineapple in water. Fuck, you can't see. This is like the picture on Google only because I still had it open, but I put it in water. Hopefully it's gonna get some roots. I think I'm gonna have to remove a bit more leaves. Also, I re-downloaded like a step counter now that I'm going back on walks and stuff, just so I know how much I'm walking and everything like that on a day-to-day basis. And even though I took Shiro out and everything, I didn't even walk that much. I walked pretty little, only 3,600 steps. I'm gonna take him out tonight and I'll probably gotta get to 5,000 by the end of the day anyways. I haven't put my goal super high. I was like, I'm gonna put my goal at 5,000 steps because I'm not very active right now and I'd rather just slowly go back to doing a lot of walking and going back to like 10,000 steps instead of having like super like days where I have more time and I just go and walk aimlessly for like an hour and if not more, just to get those steps in, and then the day after I don't want to I don't have maybe that much time and I walk less. I'd rather just do a little bit more every day. Just under 5 steps a day. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm only on 3,000 for now, but even yesterday I think it was like basically like 4,000, and then I took Shiro out for night. Just did a quick roundabout of like the area, the square, and then went back home, and basically I was like over 5,000 anyways. We didn't even walk that much today because it's like, what did I walk? Yeah, 1.3 kilometers. Usually the daily walk that I do with Shiro is about 1.8 kilometers, which is not a lot, but it's like basically all the outside of the town. We do the entirety of the town, so it's not big. So that's just it. I'm gonna try and like make it a bit longer, and instead of turning in basically because I go all around the town. Instead of turning in my street, maybe turning in the one afterwards and doing it around instead of just coming directly here. That could be an idea. Just to make it a tiny bit longer, maybe get to 2 kilometers, that would be good, I think. Also, today it's very, very humid, so my knee, the knee where I had surgery hurts because of that. But walking didn't hurt that much. I was tired afterwards, and when I stopped, I felt like my knee was like, because we came back for lunch and then I sat down basically. When I was sitting down after, and like when I was getting up after sitting down for a while, that's when it hurt. But other than that, it was pretty fine. It didn't actually hurt that much, and it was pretty good. So I think it's like the knee is doing well. I cannot stand up for too much time still, but we have some progress, which I think is what is important. Yep, go get some water. Go get some water. Gonna actually drink some water too, and then I'm probably gonna run to the bathroom after a break because I need to pee. Also, I wrote this in chat, but I'm writing an application for like Vice Assistant, basically like for a store, and one of the questions, so basically with Indeed you can just have the general application, and then the actual employers can put questions specifically to ask that the other than the ones that are already in the website. And I hate this. One of the questions was just skills. So you have to write down your skills, but that's just weird because you have them. I have them in my CV. So I just copy and pasted them from my CV to the actual to the question there. So probably it's so they don't have to open the CVs and they can just Google specific words and maybe that come up. But I don't know, it just feels weird. And also, now this is the one that I'm stuck on. It just says description. I don't know if they mean description of like of me as a worker or what the fuck they mean, because I am confused. Or maybe they mean about like description of like the I don't know, of my previous experiences. I'm probably gonna write something that is like both of them, like all at the same time, because I have no clue. I need to stop playing with things. I need to fidget with something, but other than that, I don't know. It's just weird. It feels like that question is just awkward. It doesn't make much sense. And I do not understand in what way that exists. That just feels weird. But it's fine. Sorry, I'm trying to find the timer because it hit. Okay, we still have 6 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I have to write here because honestly, I don't know. Don't know what they want me to write. So I'll just write something, and if it's not what they wanted, well, bad for them. Don't know what to tell them. It's just not really that descriptive, but it's fine. Sorry, I just have to fix 2 things here because it's annoying me. Oops. It's not letting me copy this. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm just fixing it because I moved something here and it doesn't work, so. Okay. Perfect. It's fine. Now it's fine. Now we have everything in the right place. Gonna do another poem. I don't know if I'm gonna do 2 or only 1. I'll see at the end of the next one. Still have a couple of minutes of break. I think I should have done a shorter break today because I don't really want to do a lot of poems, so maybe shorter breaks are a bit better. Also gotta do a couple of like applied skills courses on the Google like education thing. But most of the stuff, I noticed that most of the courses that are here are not that useful for me because there's stuff that I kind of already know in a way, or stuff that I already have experience in. Like I was looking at management, like how to manage project and communication, and like the way that they manage things is the same way that I was taught to manage things in the past, or ways that I already used to manage. Like it's the tips that they give you are useful if you've never done any kind of management or project management or any kind of any of that stuff, which I already had, or like managing a project with digital tools. So basically just Google Sheet, so basically Excel spreadsheets and stuff like that, which is not bad. They have pretty good tips, but it's still stuff that I already have some kind of experience in, so it's not super useful. I need to skip a lot because otherwise I will just get pretty annoyed because I can't show you the trackers that I used to use, that I had built in the past on Sheet, because of course there is like sensitive data there, and there's like costs, revenues, and everything like that, and there's names, and I can't. But some of them are better than the ones that they show as an example, because the ones that they show as an example are a bit crooked sometimes, but it's fine. Also, we are in an ad because I forgot to check that. I should have checked. It's fine though. I do have a tracker on Sheets though for for like job applications and stuff, but haven't found much. I found a lot of like companies that are looking for freelance writers and stuff like that, but they're not like fixed jobs. They're jobs that I could get while I also do something else, which could be good because they pay pretty well. They have a good. Hey Katie, how are you? They pay like a very good hourly rate, like 20 to 25. Another one is 40, but it's dollars and not euros. This one is $40 an hour. The other one is 20 25 euros. This one I don't remember anymore what it is. Yeah, freelance. So this one is about, what was it? Let me look at the link. This one was 20 an hour, but I don't know. It's so like not not full-time work, and it's just, as a freelance, but it's fine. Sure, it's fine. He's under here sleeping. Let me see if I can actually show him to you. But my cable management is abysmal right now, so you shouldn't judge it if I can if I can show you. Just I have to open the thing so I can actually show you. Here, let me open the camera here. Doing some let me just do some of this. I need to turn off the audio once again Good. This is good. This would be okay. Okay. I accidentally turned off the music. Okay, now you can see it. Does it rotate? Does it rotate? It does. It doesn't. It does. Good. Okay. I closed it. It's great today. It was yesterday. It was yesterday, but we did kind of celebrate today. Let me see. I can show you the boy now. Should be able to see him. It's dark, okay? He is just a black dot at that point, but you can kind of see his nose, okay? His nose is there. Look at little snoot. Focus, please. Also, you can see the absolute terrible cable management, and the teeny bit of lights are because he doesn't like dark. So, because those are like Christmas lights, and we need to finish like the batteries that we're using. Look at the terrible cable management over there. It sucks. But it's cute. He's cute. Look at him. Look at the little snoot there. See if I can actually make it so you can actually see. It's impossible. Why are you a black dog? He also has his eyes closed. So that's just how it is. But yeah, it was but yeah, yesterday was its birthday, and today we took him on like a walk. We brought him to a different area, brought him to a different city, and he went on a walk. He was quite happy. He was chilling around. He was doing good. So that's why he's like this tired, is because he had to get in the car, which he likes, but he had to be checking everything. What's going on here? There's something fucked here. Give me a second. I'm sorry. What is going on? Oh no, I fucked up something. Give me a second. I think it's this one, right? Yes. Give me a second. You can see the little thing there, the extra text there. Yeah, I have to put it in the correct spot. Sorry. I think now it's in the correct spot. Accidentally, I was trying to fix like the little sign here because it wasn't aligned well before, and I ended up moving the wrong thing, which happens all the time, but it's fine. But yeah, he's doing good. He's just sleeping, very tired. We weren't even outside for that long today, but he's still away for like 40 minutes maybe. We spent more time in the car than actually around, which is fine. Katie, you're always the only one to remember about the first redeem. I may remove it. Yeah, no one really removes it. We haven't had too many talkative people. Also, I think because I started the stream with this focus session right away. Probably most people didn't actually go and check redeem because I didn't just chat at the beginning of the stream. I just started working right away. So maybe people didn't notice that. I hadn't been streaming for that long. It happens. But it's fine. Don't worry. Okay. Let me get back to work. I'm gonna go run to the bathroom. I'm also, I think, gonna turn off the candle. I could just stay here and stare at the candle. Would you mind if I just stare at the candle for the next 45 minutes? Just like this, and just pressing in the wax. So I look at the wax melt. Ooh, melted wax. I need to stop playing with wax. This is why I shouldn't have candles. Because I get distracted, because I look at fire and I'm like, oh, it moves. Oh, bright light. And then my eyes burn. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. Okay. Now the candle's gonna turn off. I have to move it because otherwise it's just gonna go right into the intake. The intake fans on my front of my PC, so I'm just gonna have like the smoke from the candle inside the PC, which I've already done once, but I noticed it early enough. Okay. Okay, let's get back to work. I'll talk to you in 45 minutes. Good luck, everyone. Hey you. Oh, okay, let me start the break for a sec. I'm looking at some posts on We Work Remotely, because I know that they have pretty good posts and now they've updated a lot of them. So they're a lot better. And there are pretty good remote, like, customer support and customer service and like technical support, or like things like that. They're pretty good. A lot of them are unfortunately US only, like the good ones like relations manager and like what's it called, like not area management, don't remember the exact name. Like things like that are US only, which sucks, but they're pretty good like customer support and like offers that have a pretty high paying rate, but they are like very strict. There is one that is more financial support, which I don't really think I like much. And there is a remote creator support agent, which is really good, but they have like a pretty long hiring process. You have like 2 weeks of like application review. Then you have a second phase where you have a test project to complete in 72 hours. Then you have a third phase where you have like a mock live chat session. And then you have a final round where you have an interview with the vice president of the creator sport. And then you have a last interview with the CEO. It's a lot of interviews. I would like to see, because this like seems like a good company, or at least from what I've seen. I've seen pretty good reviews, but they didn't put the hourly rate or anything. They didn't put the hourly rate, which I don't really like. And yeah, they only put like Eastern time, 9 a.m., 6 p.m., which is time that it's fine if it's remote job and I can just like, I don't know, work on other things. I can always have like my laptop and work on it and stream while I'm working and stuff like that. But it's still pretty annoying. I don't know. They don't really have. They're not that specific on troubleshooting and stuff like that. Like, okay, I understand that you're asking me to do troubleshooting, and logbook reports and stuff like that. But what are the softwares? And I'm kind of annoyed because they don't specify the softwares that they want you to bring support. Like, if I'm doing customer support work, okay, but what are the softwares I need to support? What is your product itself? Like, I can Google it, but it's not like even with googling it, it's not specific enough. It would be so much easier if I knew how to do programming, because it's a lot easier to find programming jobs, but especially online, like remote jobs, but I don't have that knowledge, unfortunately. But you know, there's something in the future could be fun to learn, I think, but still, I don't think it's for me. Trying to find things, but like for now I don't think I'm finding anything good. And a lot of even the customer support and stuff like that they search for is people that know, they're looking for like, it's customer support but you're looking for technical customer support. So things like they asked you to know to have like one of them was like just written customer support, and they wanted you to have extensive knowledge of WordPress, which I know a little bit, but I don't have extensive knowledge. I wouldn't know how. I don't think I would have. I don't think I have enough knowledge to do that, and I would be able to actually like just get that, learn that super quickly. It's, I don't know. But most of these actually have pretty good pays. And I don't know. I think I need to look for even different websites. The only one that I found is We Work Remotely, which has the biggest amount, has a pretty easy interface. I can actually show you. Let me show you. Where am I here? They have like a pretty, like, this is the website. You just go category. Right now I'm in the customer support category. And like you have all the listings. If you open a listing, like this is one that I open to the side, but it's a bit too financial for me. I don't really have that. But like you have a description, like headlines, what you're doing, profile, or like things that you need to have, like requirements. And sometimes they have up things. One of them had, for example, the interview process, things like that. It's very well, and it's usually a pretty big company. I'm structuring. You have, for example, you have full time or part time. You have areas like anywhere, USA, North America, or like for example, this is USA, North America, Latin America, or others, everything. So like for example, this is like basically US, Canada, and everything like that time zone. So North and South, Central and South America time zone. So most of the time it's because of that. This one is the one that I was talking about that specified that you need a WordPress knowledge, and as you can see, it's like customer support representative. It's not specific. At least write WordPress, like WordPress customer support representative for WordPress, something like that. So at least I don't have to click it on it. I don't like the fact that just make it specific, so I know if I can touch it or not. This is America's only, but there are a lot of for customer service and customer support. There are a lot of them, and honestly, if the pay is good enough, I don't care about doing customer support work, because if the hourly pay is good and the schedule is good, I think it's fine. I would obviously I would be a bit more cautious about looking into the company's contracts and everything. Most of these are pretty big companies, so at least the contracts aren't going to be like illegal contracts, that's for sure. And they're not looking for you to be a what is it? Freelance worker in that sense. I don't have to have my own like company to be able to work under them and stuff like that, so it's pretty good. But still, all of these are USA only, or Australia, New Zealand, stuff like that. Hopefully I'll get like this is my the fact is some of these have like mandatory yearly company like meetings, so you have to go to the place where the company is. So if it is in the US, if it is in Australia, if it is wherever it fucking is, and I'm like, oh no, that's very expensive. But I don't know, they didn't specify if it was like expensed or not. They didn't say anything. It's pretty weird. I don't know. Yeah, some of these have like extremely higher requirements. Like this has 5 years experience, and some of them are like, oh no, you can do, you can just start. You need like a year of experience of any kind of experience. You just need a year of new kind of experience, and that's it. I'm like, what? Why? That's very wide, and a lot of them of these also have like some jobs you can also find here, like writing, just copywriting, but I didn't find any good copywriting ones. Which is kind of sad. I wish I could find some good copywriting ones, but maybe I can find it. Maybe I can check it out later. Because most of them ask for that too, for like a lot of experience, which I don't have a lot of experience in writing itself, like article writing, blog writing. I know how to write, but I don't have proven experience of writing with that my writing had SEO like effects and stuff like that. That's just something that I may have done, but I don't have proof and stuff like that. So it just doesn't make sense to apply for ones that, want you to have that experience if you don't have proof of certain experience. Oh, also, I was talking about the one that I was talking about that had like extremely long process. The last step is they were going to call they have like a 10-minute call with like with like references that you have, like co-workers or like bosses, and like, do you think I can just call my old co-workers or like my old boss to talk in English? Like some of them wouldn't know how to speak to you in English. I can find people, but also I would need to find. I know that a lot of my like the work experience that I have, the people that I worked with at the time are also my close friends now after working together, so I could ask them, but I just feel like you're making them use their time. It's 10 minutes, that's true, but they have to schedule in time to have an interview to be a reference for you. I just feel like it's I don't know. I would have like two people that I could ask, but I still feel like it's pretty like you can ask me for a written reference or like a phone number maybe, but having to schedule in a call, stuff like that, it just feels weird. I don't know. And also I wouldn't have any bosses that I could give the number to. I think maybe no. I can have my old like yeah, actually no. I could have a boss, but I don't think he will actually be willing to, or if he's comfortable enough to actually speak like he's pretty good in English, but he's not as fluent, so it could make it pretty awkward and pretty difficult for him to actually talk. But it's fine. Shiro is going to ask for food now, I think. Okay, after ranting for a while, I think I'm gonna actually go now. So I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna be here tomorrow anyways, and don't think we're gonna raid anyone today. Let's see. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, we're not gonna raid anyone, and I'm gonna try to speak over everyone speaking, people speaking in the house, because you can hear, and I don't want people to hear, because it doesn't matter how many times I explain it, people still talk in the same room. When I ask them, you can just talk to the dog in another room? No, you cannot. I'm getting angry. Sorry. Okay, my peeps. I will talk to you tomorrow. We're probably gonna start a new game. We're probably gonna start Brotherhood, but I will see you then. Today was extremely short stream, not even 3 hours and a half, but I'm pretty tired, and I'm probably just gonna read some more like job proposals and stuff, and I'm probably gonna go take a shower also, cause it's pretty late. It's already 7:30. I'm gonna take a shower, then I'm probably gonna read a couple more job offers, and then I will see you tomorrow evening, not too early, probably gonna be about 7, if not a little bit later, and we're gonna start probably a new game, because I don't know, just to start something different, because otherwise the only thing I do is playing Genshin. And I want to change that. I want to do some new stuff, okay? But guys, thank you, Katie. Okay, I will hydrate. Before we leave. Let's see if I can finish the bottle here. Yeah, there wasn't that much water. It wasn't even a quarter of the bottle. That was pretty easy to do. But thank you. And I will see you tomorrow, my dudes. Have a good rest of your night, everyone. Bye.